The NFL draft is done and over, and I am going to be breaking down each and every team and grading out their draft. So check back every day, because one team I will do every single day, and I'll have it up here on YouTube for you to watch. We'll go over every prospect that they drafted, as well as some key undrafted free agents that they may bring in. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section, and I'll be sure to address them for you. Also, just be aware on my draft grades, no one fails the draft, especially right after it. Even no one in this draft is going to get a D or an F from me, because everyone added talent. Everyone did something. So if you think the grades are a little bit high, that's just me not going to too much extremes. And maybe in 3 or 4 years, when we look back on this draft, then we can see who really succeeded and who really failed. So sit back, relax, enjoy me as I break down every single team this year. The draft expert, Shane Hallam, shows off his knowledge. Writing mock drafts, prospects from the best college. Breaking down tape, he might develop a man crush. Tearing up guys, taking questions in a rush. Comparisons, learning lessons, Shane saves the day, oy vey. Hulk or Banner, doesn't matter. Listen, cause here's who can play. Alright everyone, today we're going to finish up our NFL draft grades with the Washington Redskins. They didn't have a whole lot of picks, as Washington usually doesn't. They traded for Donovan McNabb and whatnot, but in the first round, they got their offensive tackle, and Trent Williams fits that scheme with Mike Shanahan, and is going to play that zone blocking left tackle, start from day one. Chris Samuels doesn't look like he'll be back, so Trent Williams is going to be your blindside protector. He could play right tackle, he could play left tackle, he has very good upside. Not as good as Russell Okung, but he has higher upside than Okung as a pass protector, so I like that pick. In the fourth, I took Perry Riley, linebacker from LSU. I'm a big Perry Riley fan. I think he was kind of underrated going into this draft, because he's someone that always seemed to make a play. Very good at tackling, a pretty good coverage linebacker too. You got to see him in coverage. He was always around the ball, batting balls down, kept up with guys that probably had more athleticism than him. So I think he's a solid player, worst case special teams guy, but could be a potential starter down the line. In the sixth, I got Dennis Morris, tight end. Another guy in that H-back type of mold for Mike Shanahan. I just wonder where he fits in. Maybe Chris Coley or Fred Davis are going to be on their way out in a year or two. And Dennis Morris is someone that's a very hard worker, very value in terms of character kid, so I think he's going to find a shot on this team. In the seventh, I got Terrence Austin, a return specialist. And Terrence Austin is someone that can come in from day one and kick return and punt return for them, something that I think the Redskins still need to find within what they have. I don't think Devin Thomas should do it anymore. I think Terrence Austin might be that guy, so I like that pick as well for them. Also in the seventh, I got Erik Cook, center out of New Mexico, just adding offensive line depth. For them, he's a bigger guy. You know, he gets pushed around a little bit at times, has trouble getting a snap off and then getting off the ball, but I think he's a player that just adds more depth for a team that needs it. He can play offensive guard, and I think that's what they really liked, was the versatility. And their last pick, which I really liked, was Selvish, offensive tackle from West Virginia. Thought he would go a little bit higher than this. A tight end converted to offensive tackle, a great fit for Mike Shanahan's zone blocking scheme system. He's one of those players you can grab late in the draft. It can end up being a starting right tackle or right guard for you at the next level, and I think he may end up that way for the Redskins. So I think they really got their offensive line depth later rounds, added a linebacker. I give them a B. Look, they didn't have a whole lot of picks. I like the Trent Williams pick. I like the Selvish pick. I like the Terrence Austin pick. Perry Riley I thought was a great fourth-round pick. Dennis Morris, Erik Cook. Do they need those guys right now? Maybe not, but maybe down the line they'll be good investments. So I think it's a solid draft. Not great, not bad. Give them a B. So there you go. There's all the NFL draft grades. Let me know your feedback. What do you think about this draft and all the ones that we've talked about? I'm going to be taking a little break at this point, and probably will come back in either late June or to mid-July, starting with 2011 NFL Draft. It'll be the first place you can get all your 2011 info, and we'll start breaking those down now.